So I used to play Division I basketball, the highest level of basketball before you hit the pros. And looking at me, I know what you're thinking. You're going, no, he didn't.
Welcome to Sketch My Story. Today's guest, we welcome back Adrian Davidson, and this is his story.
Now listen, okay, I may be a short white guy, but I really did play for the University of Richmond Spiders. And I was good too, because when it came down to it, it's the fourth quarter, there's 5 seconds left, we're down 45 points. Who do you think they put in the game? They put in the other black guys. I kept my white ass on the bench. Whenever I did get in the game, the announcers would usually say something along the lines of, I think some middle school kid just ran on the floor there, Bob. Actually, Bill, you're not gonna believe this, but it says here he's on the team. Adrian Davidson from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Brazil? Wow. He's a long way from home. You got that right, Bob. You think he's gonna try and kick the ball through the hoop? Okay, let's see what that little whippersnapper can do. One time I got to play in the end of the game against Temple University. I did a backdoor cut, got the ball scored. It was a big moment. It was big. But it was also the moment that as soon as I scored, never done this before in my entire life, and I go... That game was being shown on ESPN2, and my parents had taped it. So when I went home over the summer, I asked my dad if I could see the tape, and he'd recorded over it. Yeah, so my one shining moment became an episode of Star Trek. The first day of practice was rough. I showed up 15 minutes late, which in Brazil is considered early, but my coach did not see it that way. He goes, everybody meet Brazilian. He's the reason you're going to be running till you piss blood today. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. The American players were enormous. The center was a bald, white, 290-pound, 7-foot behemoth of a man. When I first saw him, I just whispered to myself, my God, they have a cave troll. This guy set a pick on me so hard, it felt like I got hit by a cement mixer. Alright, knocked me out, completely knocked me out. When I came to, I saw Coach just standing over me going, Brazilian, stop hitting Derek. I'm like, with what, my face? Stop hitting him with my face? My coach is great with the motivation, you know? He'd always be very encouraging to me. He'd always tell me, Brazilian, don't ever shoot the ball. Coach was a tough guy too, you know, grew up in like a hard scrabble town outside of Chicago, was an ex-prison guard, poor. He always used to tell his boys I was 15 before I knew hamburger was supposed to be cooked. What? He'd also always tell his boys, if you're gonna foul him, punch him in the mouth. We get game plans of just the words physical violence written on. One time before a big game, he comes into the locker room, doesn't say anything. He just starts playing a scene from A Bronx Tale. I've seen the movie, it's a scene where a bunch of bikers are being disrespectful in this mobster's bar, right? So the mobster locks the door with them inside and tells them, now yous can't leave. And the next 3 minutes is just a bloodbath of guys getting the hell beaten out of each other, right? So we were watching this, and all of a sudden he just stops the tape, turns to us close and goes, now these out there, these can't leave. No discussion of game plan, strategy, nothing. All of our guys went out there and everybody fouled out within the first 3 minutes of the game. We lost, and a couple guys went to prison for what they did. Another one of his favorite sayings was, if a man pisses in my shoes, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to shit in his shoes. You did not want to leave your shoes unattended around Coach. Every day we lifted weights, did 6 hours of practice, studied game tape, did cardio, worked on our bodies, and taught me a lot about discipline. And that I was not a fan of it. So I quit after the first year. When I told my uncle who'd quit playing hockey in college, he's like, oh, it's the worst decision you're ever going to make. Now comes the meth, the whores, wearing women's underwear, bath salts. I was like, no, Uncle Jeff, that's just what happened to you. When I told Coach I was quitting, he went, who are you again? He then went into one of his bizarre stories. A policeman was patrolling Lover's Lane. Sees a car up there with the lights on. Goes up to the window, tap, tap, tap. Sees a man and a woman in the front seat and the back seat. He asks the man in the back seat, how old are you? The man says, sir, I'm 22. The guy says, okay, well, how old's the girl in the front? And the man looks at his watch and says, 15 minutes, she'll be 18. I'm like, okay, so life's about being pervy? He said, no, life's about timing. Maybe right now just isn't your time. Also, I still can't remember who you are. These are my actual statistics from playing at the University of Richmond. I averaged 0.4 points per game. I averaged 0.1 rebounds per game, which is like touching the ball but never actually holding it. 0.4 assists per game, which is like passing the ball but never actually gets to the guy. 0% from three-point range, 33% free throw percentage, bad, and 0 steals ever recorded. Yes, those are real stats. I don't know if anybody in the history of basketball has ever recorded stats at that level, so which I'm proud of. Let me tell you one thing I'm not proud of, though, okay? Something I wish I could have quit before I even started. And that was going to a nudist colony with my parents and getting mauled by a stingray, all at the same time. You can check out that video right here.